Welcome to my channel. This is Jasmine's Gems. I'm just a girl, not a guru, and today we're going to talk about how to drain the life out of yourself. So if you don't want to drain the life out of yourself, do the opposite of what I'm going to say, because I'm going to talk about things that drain you of your energy and overall just lower your vibration and put you where you don't need to be or want to be. So the first way to drain your own life force is to stay in relationships that don't serve you, to stay in relationships that are dragging you down. Every time you hang out with this person or you're with this person, you just feel like crap. You feel like they're weighing down on you. This can be a romantic relationship where you're not being treated like you need to be treated. This can be a friendship who is more so of a frenemy, or maybe just someone who's not really aligned with where you're headed or where you're at right now. But it's really important to pay attention to how you consistently feel around these people. If you're around people who are consistently making you feel very depressed, very low, and it's like after every time you're with them, you just feel depleted, stay away from these people. Unless you want to continue to drain the life out of yourself. Stay away from these people and find people who are more aligned with you energetically, with your values, with your morals, with where you're headed in life, with your goals, who appreciate you, who value you. But if you want to stay drained, then stay in these bad relationships. Stay in these relationships where you're being berated, where people are gossiping about you, who claim to care about you, where people aren't protecting you. Then stay in these relationships if that's what you want. If you want to be drained, stay with these people. Which leads me into my next point. If you're at a job or you're in an environment that's also draining you, stay there if you want to stay low vibrational. If you want to remain drained of your energy, if you're in a workplace where you know isn't great for your mental health or your soul, then leave. That's what you need to do. You need to start looking for other jobs. You need to leave because they're just going to keep draining you of your energy. And that is one thing I really do like about my generation is we're quick to leave jobs. Once we realize this job isn't for us, we're quick to hop back on Indeed or ZipRecruiter or whatever it is and look for another job, because we're not going to stay somewhere where we're disrespected or where we're not valued or appreciated. And speaking of relationships, if you want to be drained, if you want to continue to be drained and be in a negative energy, then talk to yourself like crap. That'll do it. That'll really do it. Your thought patterns and how you think and perceive the world and talk to yourself matters completely. So if you want to stay in that low vibrational state, then talk to yourself like you're a bully. Just keep doing it. Stay in that loser mindset where you're like, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm bad at this, I'm never gonna reach my goals. This will definitely keep you in a low vibrational state that'll make you drained and depressed. So keep at it. But if you don't want to be in that space, then practice mindfulness and great self-talk. Once you catch yourself in that moment where you're like, okay, I'm starting to talk bad about myself, or I'm being my own bully or worst critic, catch yourself and say, no, stop. This stops right now. As you start thinking, oh, I can't accomplish this, say, stop. That's not true. I can accomplish this and I will accomplish this, because there are people who've accomplished much more than what I'm set out to do. There's so much abundance in this world that my goal is achievable and I'm gonna reach it. So you have to be able to stop yourself in that moment where you're talking negatively or you're being your own worst critic, and you have to acknowledge that, yes, I'm being a bully to myself essentially, and these thoughts are not okay. Not if I want to improve and see more positive changes in my life. It starts with my own mental self-talk, honestly. But if you want to stay depressed and in that low state, then continue to talk to yourself poorly. Continue to stay in those bad relationships. Continue to stay in that bad work environment, because that's all that's going to do. It's going to keep you at that low point. And you telling yourself that you can't achieve your dreams, whatever that may be, is going to just keep you down even further. So not following your dreams is going to keep you in that low point. So if you want to go beyond that low point, follow your dreams. You know what your heart is set out to do or what you want to do in this lifetime. You know ultimately, because it feels more aligned with your soul than anything. And if you don't know, guess what? You have a lifetime to figure it out. You have a lifetime to try different things, try new hobbies. Every day you wake up is a new chance at life. So if today your heart is telling you you want to become an astronaut, you can start going on that path to try to become an astronaut. But then if you wake up next month and you're like, actually, this isn't for me, it's just not aligned with my soul. I thought it's what I wanted. It sounded cute in theory, but it's not for me. But now that I've started studying how to become an astronaut, I somehow became so in love with like biology or astronomy or something similar in the sciences. And that branch leading you to want to become an astronaut led you to your true passion and what you truly want. My point is, you never know until you try. Once you try more things and open up more doors, you're walking into your path for what you're supposed to be doing or what you're meant to be doing. But like I said, if you want to stay low vibrational and drained and down and depressed and in the dumps, don't follow your dreams, don't follow your passions. That'll definitely keep you low, to say the least. Another way to drain the life out of yourself is to not treat your body well. I know I said treating your mind unwell will make you unwell, but you have to also treat your body well. Because if you're not treating your body well, then you're going to not physically be okay. If you're not taking care of your body, if you're not being physically active, if you're not eating the right foods, you're going to feel depressed and drained. Imagine eating junk food literally 24/7, never working out, you're a couch potato, you're going to feel depressed. Like, duh. We're not meant to be inactive all the time. Why do you think so many people are so depressed in office jobs? Because we're away from the sun, we're away from physical activity, we're not moving as much. We're designed to move, we're designed to be active. So to get out of that drained feeling and drained state, be more physically active, be more physically present. Even if it's taking more steps in a day, if you're not going to the gym, aim for like 10,000 steps a day, or a more achievable rate before you can get to 10,000 steps if 10,000 is too much. Eat more whole foods that are nutritious, that nourish your body. Eat real foods like fruits and vegetables. Get your fiber, get your quality protein. Stop eating packaged items that are just junk food with 1,000 ingredients. Yeah, that's bound to make you drained. It's not real food, it's fake food. Another way to feel drained is to not get enough sleep. That'll literally drain the life out of you. If you're not getting enough sleep, then you're gonna be so depleted. Like, I know when I don't get enough sleep, I feel like I'm just a walking zombie, honestly. So if you're consistently not getting enough sleep, that's gonna have an impact on you physically, mentally, even emotionally. So make sure you're getting enough sleep, you're getting enough rest, because if you're not well rested, you're not gonna be at your top performance in any aspect. Something else that'll make you feel drained if you want to drain the life force out of yourself is putting yourself last. If you keep putting other people before you, you're going to feel drained, like all the time, actually. And not only that, you'll start to resent people and yourself for that, because you're never putting yourself first. You're putting other people's needs and wants before your own. I talked about this in a previous video about people pleasing, but not putting yourself first at all it's going to deplete you. It's going to take from you. It's going to take so much energy, and you're not living your life for you. Imagine you're doing all these things. You're not putting yourself first. You're surrounding yourself in bad relationships. You're not following your dreams. You're not taking care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, in any aspect. You're putting other people first. You talk down on yourself. Like, obviously that's going to make you feel horrible. If that's the depressing life that you want to live, then follow all those rules to do that. Keep doing that. If that's the path you choose, keep being drained, keep being low vibrational, keep not following your dreams, keep being so down in the dumps and woe is me, and not making any changes in your life to make yourself a priority or make yourself of importance, and blame other people, because that's what you're going to end up doing. You're going to, instead of blaming yourself for not taking accountability for how you're living your life and how it's making you drained, continue to blame other people. Continue to point the finger and say, oh, it's because of this. It's because of my bad job. It's because of my bad boyfriend. It's because of my bad girlfriend. It's because of my bad friends. Everybody's so toxic, but it's not me. Do all these things to make your life a pity party. Just do it. However, if that's not the life that you don't want to live, then do the opposite. Put in effort to take care of yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, in all aspects. Surround yourself with good people who nourish you, who pour into you, who feed your soul. Improve yourself, read books, go to seminars, learn something new, go to school, find a new job. Do literally anything that's going to support you being a better person. Don't be in a victim mindset where you're in a spot where you're like, oh my gosh, my life sucks, and you're doing nothing about it. Do something. Do something, honestly. And just because you're not where you want to be right now doesn't mean you'll never get there. It starts by taking small steps. Small achievable goals will get you there in the long run. You have to be consistent. You have to put in the work. You have to change your mindset. Mindset is literally everything. You cannot have your dream life if you're stuck in the mindset of like, I'm never going to get this. I don't deserve this. I'll never make this much money. I'll never do X, Y, and Z. Because once you're in that mindset, you already told yourself you can't get to your goals. So decide on what you want and work for it, align with it, and just embody your dream life and your dream person of who you want to be. and start aligning on that path and taking those whatever steps it is to get to that person or life that you want. And like always, I'm just a girl, not a guru, and this is Jasmine's Gems. See you next week.